guys can hear it okay. So, golden ratio. What is the golden ratio? One really cool thing that drew me to this article on Canva was Canva.com. Was that the Pepsi, or is it the modern Pepsi thing, I guess? So the modern Pepsi logo kind of looks something like this. It's I'd be fascinated if ASMR actually did an episode on something like this where he's drawing out mathematical concepts. He actually probably understands it, but just because he's such a good drawer. So the Pepsi logo, bear with me, roughly looks like that. And the entire concept of the golden ratio is that it is obviously a ratio. So it's ratio is 1 to 1.6. I'll just do 2 circles. I usually don't do that. But I'm feeling crazy. I'm feeling wild tonight. Okay, I'm in rare form. So that is the golden ratio. And if you think of let's see, so let's pretend we have a box. Let's also pretend that this side, all these sides are equal length. And let's see what the website here says. So this was an interesting little fact. If you take this one and add the 0.681 to it, so if that's like another 1.6 would be just over like halfway. Let me move the mic. We have a square with with sides of 1 unit, and now we have a rectangle that we kind of superimposed. On top, and its total length is 1.681. The golden ratio is this pattern that repeats, where this we could call, let's see, B equals 1.681. Then the really interesting fact, let's see, let's do this. Pepsi thing. I'm kind of all over the place. If you draw a little circle around the oh, here. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Let's pretend. Let me get my markers out. Okay. So with the Pepsi thing, I'll get back to that in just a second. So we have this length. Here, I'll do blue. I'll try to. So if that's A, and that's B, then this is going to be A plus B. And the significance of this is that the ratio of A over B is equal to the ratio of A plus B over A, and that equals 1.68. And again, you might still be asking, what significance is this? I believe the answer to that is that it appears in nature a lot. It appears in ourselves as we are a part of nature naturally. So our face structures and Leonardo da Vinci actually applied this on his Mona Lisa. Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, where you have the man who was kind of reaching out with his finger, and we had God up here with his long windy hair, who was also reaching out to touch Adam. On his cloud. And yeah, Michelangelo used that a lot. The pyramids of Giza use it. It's quite interesting to know. The pyramids of Giza all use that. Well, that wasn't very good. And much very clearly using the golden ratio. And I think it's pretty interesting that that occurred. So, I will get back to the Pepsi logo. And before we go though, so let's see. This thing, this ratio here, is called phi, I believe. Let's see, phi. But so obviously there are facts that we see in nature, and that the ancients used it to build some of their most precious, their most revered structures. And it looks like this. Let's have it come out of Adam here. And so that is phi. Let's see. So face. So it's a natural harmony that we recognize, and for some reason we are drawn to it. From the Pepsi logo to the Twitter logo. Let's see if we can look it up. Let's see if we can see the Twitter logo. Oh. Okay. Let's look up the image. Interesting. Wow, that's super cool. Wow. So, let me see if I can look up more high def. Damn, the Apple logo looks like that too. Okay. So the Twitter logo. Wow. Oh, that's too cool. Alright, well, I started teasing you with the Pepsi. Pepsi logo, golden ratio, here we go. This is turning into an infomercial for all these companies, but okay, so we have, let's actually do this. Okay, there we go. Now let's do this. So if we consider this diameter of this circle to be A, what we're going to use that as A. So if that's our unit, then we take 68.1% or 0.681, and we make roughly not half but just over half. So like right there to there, and well, I guess it would go like that. So let's just pretend. Let's pretend that's a diameter of space here. So we'll pretend that diameter is B. And where we're going with this is, let's see if I can do this right. So it's like right here. What we'll find is that the bottom half of that Pepsi logo actually goes right through, right along that circle, and that circle informs what the rest of the logo looks like. And I think the rest is actually just, the other part is just kind of having the circle. It's kind of like looking at the Earth's equator. So, I think I made it. I screwed up, but interestingly enough, the logo is in fact very much using the golden ratio. It's so crazy. So the Twitter logo was interesting. I just looked at that, but let's see. When applied to design, the golden ratio provides a sense of artistry and X factor, a certain je ne sais quoi, a certain I don't know what, as they say in French. I think that's what that means. So it appears that these ratios, this ratio is, sorry, not plural, it's singular, is hardwired in. And it's interesting, I think, without realizing it consciously, I think I've been using it on my thumbnails recently, because I spend like, sometimes I've spent like 45 minutes just tweaking very, very subtly my thumbnails. And it's interesting, like, I have no idea, I can't articulate why, but certain thumbnails, certain little tweaks make it look better, and I just don't understand it, and I think it's because I'm trying to normalize, I'm trying to converge onto the golden ratio when I use it. So, the interesting thing about this little ratio here is that this we have our golden ratio. Which equals 1 to 1.6. I should know this by now. 81. And I bet even the way I draw my letters, probably. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, we have this characteristic, this characteristic pattern, this ratio, this recursive sequence. If you take the golden ratio diagram, so we start with our is a unit. And then we use that to extrapolate all our other units. And if we continue this pattern, let's continue it with blue. So I'm going to draw another box, another square, with sides of length 1 unit. And then now here, I'm going to draw a square underneath this with a side length of 2 units. So there, that's roughly 2 units. And now you'll notice that the ratio of this to this, or this to the whole thing, is going to be extrapolated into this is 3 units. So I'm going to draw out 3 units here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And let's do that. And now I'm going to take this. Let's see, it's going to be 5, okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute here. And then from that, lastly, we're going to draw a unit of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is obviously, I'm obviously very much guessing at this. Take this, mark that. 2, 3, and 4, then 5. Okay, so I wasn't terribly far off. That'd be 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that will be my line right there. Okay. And then I'll do this side real quick. And I'm going to show you how the Twitter logo is made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, let's see if we can understand this. If I draw square. Okay. So if I draw my little rectangles again to reference, we're going to pretend that this, we're going to pretend that, let's see, that's A, that's B, and I think we said the ratio of A to B equals the ratio of A plus B to A. So we can see here first curve of the golden spiral, or the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so this is going to be the Fibonacci sequence based on the golden ratio. The Fibonacci sequence is a series in which the pattern of each number is the sum. It's the sum of the previous two numbers. So we start at 0 or 1. If we say 1, then the next number would be the sum of the previous two numbers, which is 0 and 1, which is 1. Now the next sum is going to be the sum. The next number is the sum of the previous two. 1 and 1 is 2. And that's why that's 2 units. Next one is 3, because 1 and 2, the previous two, is this one and this one. That makes a length of 3. And this one is the previous two, which is 2 plus 3, which is 5. And 3 plus 5 is 8. In this little spiral that we draw. So by adding the arc in each square, you'll end up with a diagram of the golden spiral. And I started my spiral. My square was, this one was the wrong one. You're supposed to start in this one. But here we go. We're going to... Okay. So I gotta kind of makeshift this one here. But it touches right there. Okay. So where it touches the edge is the length of A to B. So let's see. Oh no, I lied. Okay, let me just draw it. Let me draw this first. Okay, so we're gonna just touch the borders of each one here. Okay. Just gonna draw a rough sketch and then try to trace it in as best as I can. And this one is gonna go all the way down here. Okay. And then we can retrace our spiral. Maybe thicken it just a little bit. So this actually appears. Maybe I'll think to maybe I'll add a picture right here of ferns, flowers, seashells. You can just, the list goes on. Snail shells, obviously. And we have hurricanes, Milky Way galaxies. It's really humbling to realize that, okay, there's constants in nature that scale up from a few centimeters, millimeters even, all the way up to hundreds, millions of light years, hundreds of thousands or millions of light years across. Okay. So we have our little circles. Now, we've been beaten over the head with a theory. We can apply it. So, let's look at the Twitter logo. Oh, the Twitter logo. I would have to expand it out to one more side that long. But let's just 3, 5, 8. Oh. No. Okay, let's see what else I can use. We're going to show you the Parthenon with phi, I think it's called. So, we got the 1. Alright, so we'll start with, so I just made some new units. Start with can I start there? Is that going to be acceptable? Yeah, that's good enough. We'll start there. Okay. So we got our little 1. We're going to go over here, duplicate that. 1 plus 0 is 1. Now 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that will be that. Like that. And then 1 plus 2 is 3. So now let's go out 1, 2, 3 units. Okay. I'm gonna have to start using my templates here. So now we got 3. Uh-oh. I keep screwing up. 1, 2, 3. I'll get it eventually. There we go. Just bolting out this perimeter so we don't get confused by that. And then, let's see, 2 plus 3 is 5. So, let's use 5 units. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And okay, there we go. And then 3 plus 5 is 8. So now we're going to go out 8 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there, roughly like that. There's 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. Okay. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we're gonna roughly outline it. Okay. Okay. And then 8 plus 13 although this clearly isn't definitive proof. We can try to fit some combs. They look like they're a little bit wider at the top. Or a little bit thinner at the top. And if I was the architect, this thing would have crumbled long, long ago. And, nice. Okay. But, yeah, I didn't really plan that out super well, I guess. A to B. Trying to see where. Okay. So that whole thing I was drawing where this is A plus B, this is A, this is B, and the ratio of A to B equals the ratio of A plus B to A, which equals 1.681, is apparently the ratio of the height to the where the roof starts to pitch. That could be considered A. And I guess I definitely didn't draw this accurately, but this would be B. And it forms the perfect ratio, 1.681. I think something that's really interesting is that the pyramid of Giza is holding a little secret. So, if we go directly down to if we were at the peak of the pyramid, we went directly down and measured that, that would have a length, if we say phi equals 1.1 to 1.681, or you could just say 1.681, and this right here guys will know. And if we pretend, despite my drawing, that this is a right angle, then this right triangle right here would have a side of 1, and this side right here would have a side of V, which would be I love drawing that symbol. That's such a cool symbol. And the pyramid, the whole pyramid side would be 2 units. If V is 1.681, you could create a perfect scale of the Giza pyramid. So it's I think it's really fascinating that thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, well, at least 3 or 4,000, maybe 5, I guess, years ago, the Egyptians knew what this was all about. So just think of how long they must have actually understood this concept before they were able to articulate it and specify it so clearly that they could build a structure large enough, as large as this pyramid, that would last almost 6,000 years. And of course it's going to last much longer than that. It could last 100,000 years, who knows. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful concept. It's really cool. You see it everywhere in nature. You see it everywhere in nature. Shapes of, oh wow, they even think that Osaka's Great Wave used the golden ratio. Very interesting. But yeah, that general structure. That general structure is a serious one. Very cool. It's just so fascinating that something is so well understood yet so misunderstood and so enigmatic. Creates galaxies. And structures like sunflowers. Okay guys, well, this was much more of a ramble than I thought. But I hope it put you to sleep. So I'm going to let you guys go with I'll see you next time. Get some sleep.